Hello, everybody. It's week 3 of the Powerball Junior. We're back. Again, no Alexi. We have Braden and Nick. Yeah. Big week, a lot of surprises. But we're gonna get right into it. Nick and Braden, you guys got anything to say?
I'm 0-2. I'm pretty sad.
We love to see it. We really do.
Try my best though.
The Empire has fallen.
My team's good. My team's not good at the same time. It's
The
kind of
best
weird.
team on paper.
Yeah, my team's the best team on paper.
It's frustrating, isn't it, Nick? It makes sense, I'm telling you. You'll understand. Braden, anything?
I'm just sad about Nick Chubb. And I'm a little bit in denial. So here's the thing. The Browns have not officially come out and said that he's even torn his ACL. So he could be back in 2 weeks. I'm telling you.
If you saw
Bro,
the
I don't
video,
think he's ever playing football again.
yeah. For those of you who saw the video, I don't think he's gonna play football ever again, which is really sad because he's such a good running back. But it was just so gruesome, and he started 27.
The Browns haven't said that he's torn his ACL. So
Bro, you were like a curse, dude. Whoever Braden drafts, like bad shit just always happens.
dude, trust me, I know.
Devontae Williams, had the one of the worst knee injuries last year. Braden drafted him.
I was trying to give Braden some words of advice and some encouragement, and I actually brought up that you, Anthony, you won the league last year, losing your second round pick, technically your second round pick, even though you traded for him, to an ACL injury. So it can be done.
Yeah, but I'm him, brother. Not many people pull that off.
I don't know. I hear you got sources that you go to, and you don't actually set your lineup. Somebody
I
else
don't have
does it.
any sources. I don't have any.
Okay, I don't. Okay, I got text to prove otherwise. But anyway, let's
Literally
just
just a
move on with the
saying. It's a
podcast.
saying. I'm gonna go talk to
Oh,
people. It's
right,
a
just
saying.
saying. Okay, sure. Anyways, let's
Let's
get
get
into
into the
ball.
matchups of last week. Okay. So, with the podcast, we're going to break down matchups again. We're going to break down what's coming up. We're going to do Tony's pepperoni player pick, penis player pick, pepperoni, Tony pick of the week. And then we're going to have a prop parlay for you and any other remarks in between. So, we're going to go to last week's matchups. And Braden Little, what I'm asking from you is to start us off and break down Connor versus Alexi.
Connor versus Alexi. Well, we got a big dub here from Connor, putting up 136 points. On the back of the waiver wire pickup so far of the season in Puka Nakua. Love that guy. Debo Samuel also had a good game. It looks like I don't really know how much Connor really won this as much as Alexi lost it.
Dude, Alexi's so bad.
Yeah, Alexi's team is bad, and then Saquon got hurt, so his team is looking kind of rough this week.
Hey, that was my pepperoni player of the week, and he showed out.
He did good. He didn't hit the yards over that you talked about, but he did good. Hopefully, Alexi can turn around. Also, shout out to Connor for winning with Austin Eckler hurt last week. I feel like that's a pretty big dub for the fact that his first round pick got 0, and then Josh Jacobs did horrible, -2 yards. So to get a dub with your team not performing at its peak, it's a pretty solid job, Connor.
It's all Puka.
It's all Puka.
Most receptions, most yards.
Also, defenses. Defenses are stupid, and I'm telling you, if your defense, whoever's defense wins, they win the week, and that is true in this matchup. And it'll be true for the rest of the season. I'm telling you, I want to change defensive scoring in this league, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, don't rile the people up. We don't need any protests or riots.
Also, Connor's kicker is gay.
Okay, Nick, why don't you break down Braden and Justin's matchup?
Ooh, well, Braden got shellacked, and he lost a lot more than just this matchup. He lost his champion, Nick Chubb.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you had him in about every league that you're in.
yeah, I would really like
It's
him.
really sad. Except for the league that I stole him from you in. So that was sad
Yeah.
for me.
That was good for me.
Yeah. um, Justin's team was just, I mean, carried by the Dallas defense.
It's the freaking defenses, man.
I mean, he was pretty average all the way through.
I don't know. Justin had a. I mean, every
He had a good
single
week.
player on his team did good.
Every single player on his, every single person on his team did good. I don't think any single person went off except for the Cowboys defense.
I mean, he still would have put up 150 if Dallas put up 10 points.
No, I know every single person did good, but nobody he didn't have somebody that scored an absurd amount that usually puts you at that 160.
I'm telling you, it's the Cowboys defense scoring 27. Like his defense outscoring by 23 points. That's crazy.
Pick a better defense.
I'm just saying. Anyways,
let's ride.
All right, Nick. Anything else?
No, that's it. I mean, Braden's got Kamara coming back.
Yeah, dude.
I think that'll maybe fill the hole slightly with maybe a scoop full of dirt, but not much.
Dude, all I can think of is Stephon Diggs or something. Just break his leg or something bad happens to him.
Braden literally said that right after the injury. He's like, "You better watch out for
Stephon Diggs."
There's no way that Stephon Diggs and Tua are gonna play the whole season.
No shot.
Okay,
I'm gonna do Paul. Huh?
Keenan Allen's definitely
Keenan
Oh
Allen.
yeah. Your receivers both got 3 weeks max before something terrible happens.
I know.
You get in a car wreck or something.
I heard there was talk of a trade.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Giving Braden too much. I didn't realize how bad Kyle Pitts is. He's really bad. They don't even throw him the ball. He has 3 targets.
He did great.
He has more yards this year through 2 weeks than he did last year.
But dude, the Falcons are just stupid. Kyle Pitts is bad. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. But all right, we're gonna go to William and Paul's matchup. I'm gonna do this one. William won 158 to 129. We'll get to William in a minute, but I'd like to shout out Paul. I don't even know if he listens to this, but man, he's fighting. He is 130 points. He lost. I know, Paul, you're 0-2, but I think this year's gonna be different. I do. I think that Paul's actually gonna win some games this year. He's fighting. He's giving his all. Paul, let's find someone better than AJ Dillon. See, he just needs Cooper Kupp back. He needs Cooper Kupp. But William, big bounce back week. I slandered him last week with 76 points. He scored about 100 points more this week. I think Williams gonna be A-okay. He's got the best running back quarterback duo. T. Higgins is gonna eat. Drake London, I don't know yet. But William won that one pretty handily. So good for you, William. Back on the board.
Hey, how did those defenses do?
22-2.
Oh wow! I wonder who won that one.
Yeah.
Oh man, starting to see a little correlation here, but
sounds like Braden Salty doesn't have a good defense.
Yeah, I drafted my
running back.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Not good this week.
Yeah, Nick's 0-2.
Mr. 0-2 over here.
I'm apparently the exception to the rule.
You're the
My
exception
defense
to the
wins
rule.
and I still lose.
Okay, Braden, break down Nick's matchup versus Carter.
Oh, sure. I'd love to. Nick could have won this one, which is why I think it's so sad. Didn't start Kyron Williams. Instead, went with Breece Hall, who got 0.9 points. But I do think Nick has a solid squad. I think it's taken a couple weeks for it to get going. But with Deontay Johnson out, it makes George Pickens really good. So I actually like Nick's team moving forward after a slow start. Carter, I like his team. DeAndre Swift maybe took the job. I don't really know because the Eagles coaching staff is just weird. But DeAndre Swift looked really, really good on Thursday. Also, Lamar Jackson looked good, which is good because he looked really bad the first week. So he looked a lot better. Carter, you shouldn't play Zeke. He's not good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of why the hell he played
It's
Zeke.
because
Amari Cooper wasn't going to play.
yeah, Amari Cooper wasn't supposed to play and then ended up. So I'm sure he'll play Cooper next week. But
Jeez, Carter has a bad bench, man.
yeah, but his
Yeah.
starters are pretty good.
If he gets an injury or like they just don't use DeAndre Swift 1 week, like
I mean, Derrick
Mm.
Henry's banged up. Swift never stays healthy. Judy doesn't stay healthy.
You have Kendrick Miller. Good
Mhm.
for you.
I mean, who's Carter's flex?
Mark Cooper.
Like, yeah, but it's Jerry Judy,
Yeah, it's Jerry Judy.
which isn't much better.
Jerry Judy's elite. Number one on the best team in the league.
Okay.
All right.
That's right.
Nick, break down me.
Oh, that's just tough.
Oh.
This one. You know, before Nick even breaks my matchup down, I feel like I was handed just
Um,
like I feel like I was handed like a winning lottery ticket and just someone just beat
This
the shit out of me and took it away from me. Like I can't believe I lost this matchup. At like 6 o'clock, I had like on Sunday, I was 100% sure I was gonna win this thing. And just a bad performance. I mean, I'm very disappointed, but I'd also like to say that during the first like 8-9 weeks of fantasy football, I'm just a normal man. I'll admit it. I'm a normal man, just like Nick, just like Braden. But there's something about that like November, Christmas time air. Nobody turns it on like me. I'm like Bill Belichick, dude. I might lose a couple weird regular season ones, but nobody does fantasy football like me during December, Christmas time and stuff. So
all right.
before people start shitting on me, I'm okay with the bad loss. That's all.
Pipe down, buddy. You lost to Daniel Jones this week.
Daniel Jones had a 40 burger.
Yep. And we're gonna call this our shit matchup of the week. I believe we had one last week. This week it's this one. 116 to
Dumpster fire.
112.
Okay.
An absolute dumpster fire for both teams. Just threes, fours, and ones all over this matchup. It wasn't good. I will say it came down to Monday night, the double header Monday night. Mike's New Orleans defense versus Anthony's Cleveland defense. They both ended up getting 20, and Mike was able to win this one by 4.
It came down to my quarterback sucking. I think if he just threw one touchdown, I would have won this week.
Or if Mike's defense had scored a little bit less.
He had 4
Or if he had
balls.
started Mike Evans, idiot.
Trevor Lawrence had 4 balls in the end zone that just they didn't get the feet down. He
Yeah,
could have
I
had
know.
4
I was
touchdowns.
watching. One of them was Calvin Ridley. I needed that.
Oh,
You could have
man.
just started Mike Evans. I mean,
Braden, you're so cursed. Braden went on and on last week's podcast about T-Law and Ridley having a huge week, and they both fucking suck. Whatever you say, like, it's always wrong.
Just the opposite.
I think Mike sneakily had the number 1 and 2 quarterback on the week because he had Kirk Cousins on his bench.
Dude, love Kirk. Mike, I'll trade you Jahmyr Gibbs and Tyreek Hill for Kirk Cousins. I love
Wow.
Kirk. All right. Last anything else?
Nope, nothing.
Last matchup would be me breaking down Ben and Dave's matchup.
Shit pumping.
Man, it is just Ben and Paul just 0-2, 0-2. It just feels like they're always just the bottom. But it came down to what?
Oh, Nick's also 0-2.
Nick is also 0-2, yes. Yeah, Nick's bad as well.
I
Dave won 151 to 127. Ben's team.
Wait, hold on. Ben, this is Ben's second week in a row because he's been in church that he can't change his player that gets 0 and doesn't play.
Ben, we gotta stop having guys that aren't playing in your lineup. This is getting to
I mean,
Paul Palangi level bad.
Granted, it was like 12:55 when they said he wasn't playing, but like, come on.
And his highest scoring running back was Rashad Penny with 2.4 points. So Wouldn't have made much of a difference.
Once again,
No,
like last week, this backup had 0 points.
Yeah, but Sky
Hey,
Moore.
Amir Abdullah had 1.5.
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I wanted to do this matchup. Shout out Ben, staying true to his super goat. Sky Moore, huge game, 3 for 70 to Tutty.
Seeing him in person.
Ben found his number one guy. Ben, all I can say is put him in there, fire him up, and lock him in for next week. He's having a big game next week as well. He wasn't Tony's pepperoni play a pick of the week, but he was in contention for it, and that's saying something. So start Sky Moore again. You're gonna get this first win next week, I think. Dave's in some trouble, in my opinion. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Special guest on the pod, everybody.
Dave's in some trouble. Running backs, just very thin, banged up. I don't know. I'm concerned about Dave's team a little bit, but
I kinda like
I like it.
Together in running backs this
He
week.
just his running backs just are all hurt right now. If he can win a couple weeks in a row and they all get healthy, Dave's pretty solid. But yeah, Ben, we're gonna get that first win soon, I think. Maybe. I don't know if Cam Akers is gonna be worse or better in Minnesota. We're about to see. But
He's playing me this week. Somebody's getting our first win.
good for you guys. Honestly, like guys, if Cam Akers might not even play probably for week 1. Like, is Ben gonna play Amir Abdullah at running back? Like, actually, if he's not picking someone up, who's he playing?
Hey, maybe he's spending
Rashad
$100
Penny.
on Jerome Ford.
Huh?
Maybe he's gonna spend $100 on Jerome Ford this week.
Brain's like, nah, I'm doing it.
Hey, Anthony, in our trade, can you send me $1 worth of fab, please?
101. Yeah, Ben, we need to get a running back ASAP, Ben. Okay, so that's the matchups. Now let's go to the matchups this week. And Braden, why don't you start with Justin versus Paul?
All right, let me find it. Let's see. What do we got here? Well, Justin's 2-0, right? Yeah, Justin's 2-0. He just kicked my butt. And he's got Travis Kelce back. Also, Devonta Smith is good. All right, let's just go down the line. Deshaun Watson is not good. Dak Prescott playing the Cardinals should be pretty good, so I'll give that to Justin. Kenneth Walker and James Conner, I feel like they're just solid options. Like, they're probably not going to go off, but they'll probably get anywhere from 12 to 17 points. So I like both of them. Justin Jefferson, though, for Paul. Yeah, Paul really just has Justin Jefferson. That's really it. Paul's team is not good. He got lucky last week that TJ Hawkinson scored twice. Yeah, I think Justin really runs away with this one pretty easily. Especially Kelce should be worked in more. He only got like 11 points last week, and that's like a bad week for him, which is kind of crazy. Also, he has the Dallas defense going against the Cardinals, so
30 points.
30 points, and yeah, Justin's going to win. So, not
No,
much.
you don't have faith in your Alpharetta boy Josh Dobbs lighting him up?
I do not. He was really good when he played against Chattahoochee, and that's pretty much it. He did have the one play against Georgia.
That was
the
like
Hail
12 years ago.
Mary. Yeah, that was awesome.
I was looking at Josh Dobbs over half an interception for our player prop, but the odds aren't good enough. It's like plus 120. Like it's not good.
Not good odds because he's definitely going to throw a pick. Yeah, I got Justin by a lot on the back of Micah Parsons. And
That's the first time in fantasy football podcast history that Braden's explanation for why someone's gonna win is a defensive player on the back of Micah Parsons. That's why he's gonna win.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Michael
No,
Parsons.
you're not.
He's unblockable. And
Like,
he
This
just-
is our year. This is our year. You know
Like,
he's good if Braden is hyping up a Cowboys
He,
player.
he
So
gets
good.
single-handedly for the defense. He probably gets 4 to 5 points for you every week because he gets 2 sacks.
This
and
is
then
our
he's
year,
gonna-
bro. We're winning the Super Bowl.
And he's gonna either cause them to throw an interception or he's going to like just take the ball from Dalvin
Yeah,
Cook like he did.
Yeah,
he
get
just
a
took it from
fumble.
him.
Yeah, or get a touchdown. Like I don't know, he's just insane. So, yeah, Justin by a landslide. Sorry, Paul.
All right. I will do Carter and my dad. Let's get on the line. Lamar Herbert. That's actually a pretty good quarterback matchup. Both against bad defenses. So both those quarterbacks should probably have pretty good weeks. Aaron Jones, Henry, both banged up. I don't think Aaron Jones is gonna play unless you all know something I don't.
I don't think
I
he's
don't
going
think so.
to.
I don't think Amon will either.
Yeah,
He might. He got
And I
drafted.
think I saw some things about Amon Ra. I think he's playing.
I think he's playing, but I don't think he's gonna be good.
Yeah. So Swift, I think I like Swift. I think I'm sold. I don't really know. The
Depends on if
Eagles
he's
every
coaching.
week. The Eagles just like Boston Scott will have 3 touchdowns next week or something. Like Swift will have like 3 carries, and then the following week Swift will get 30 carries again. So I don't really know with the Eagles. But I think that Carter's running backs are better. I don't know who my dad's gonna play unless he's getting someone tomorrow. Lamb versus Wilson. I'm really upset about the Rodgers thing because I thought Garrett Wilson was going to be the wide receiver 1 this year. I was pretty excited for it. And now Wilson's like good, but he's not, he's not like as exciting.
Yeah.
I think Lamb, you know what? I'm going to say this because I feel like this doesn't get talked about enough when it comes to fantasy. I don't think CeeDee Lamb's going to have a good game because I like the same as week 1. I think they're going to stop throwing in like the second quarter against the Cardinals.
I agree.
Like sometimes like those good matchups, it's a bad team, but it's like a lot of those times it ends up being 30-0 and like your guy gets 3 targets for 40 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he'll get targets on like the first 2 drives, and then Tony Pollard will get the rest.
Right. So I don't think Lamb has that great of a week because I think it's gonna be a blowout.
I'm gonna enjoy watching it though.
I'm gonna love it. Yeah. Oh, man,
It's a
I'm gonna
tough
get
one.
Carter over my dad. But I think it's gonna be close, and I think that the tight ends will probably be the deciding factor because I don't like or dislike either of them. I don't really know.
I can tell you what the deciding factor is. It's the defense, and that's why Carter's
Yeah.
gonna win because
Yep.
New England is playing Zach Wilson. That's
Yep.
what,
Yeah,
that's
but
why.
but Philly's playing Baker Mayfield, so honestly, those
Look
defenses
good.
both. But yeah, but
I'm telling you,
he
we're
played the
gonna come back to
Bears.
this
He played
game.
the Bears and the Vikings, 2 of the worst defenses in
It
football.
doesn't matter. We're gonna come back here. And we're gonna see Carter's defense is gonna score like 25, and Philly's gonna score like 10, and like it's probably a decent game, but it's a 15-point swing, and that's why Carter's gonna win.
ESPN doesn't even know. I mean, this is 50-50.
I think Braden sounds like an old cranky man about this defense bullshit.
Yeah,
telling
he
you.
sounds like the old guys in the actual Powerball.
Seriously, good lord,
Hey.
Nick,
Those guys are good at football.
I do want to say this is our matchup of the week.
Braden
both.
and William or Nick and William,
No,
or Braden and
Dave,
William.
Dave versus Carter, matchup of the week. The only 2-2-0 teams going up against each other.
Yeah, okay, I like it. I didn't know they were both 2-2. Match of
Yeah.
the week. David and Carter, everyone keep an eye on that one. Nick, why don't you bring on Braden and William?
Okay, Braden and William.
Both 1-1, both
Well-
trying to get going.
Braden, I don't think his team right now, as we're looking at it before waivers, is going to look the same. I think Braden's going to make some serious moves for some running backs. I don't know who they're going to be, but I think whoever he picks up will probably end up starting. And if he does end up picking Jerome Ford, I'm pretty sure he's going to spend $100 in Fab. Not confirmed.
Not confirmed.
Not confirmed. This is Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
We will be able to confirm tomorrow on Thursday. Braden has an incredible receiving core. Diggs, Allen, Lockett. Ramondre's fine. If he can figure out that second running back spot with the Jets defense, I think he's going to be able to win this one. Because, well, looking right off the bat, Braden's got Kyle Pitts. Williams got Drake London. Will they get any passes thrown either of their ways? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I feel like that's a wash.
It's a good point.
It's a good point. Williams starts out really strong. Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, Brian Robinson, T. Higgins.
I
Love
love.
it.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I fucking love Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson.
Like
Update
he's
of
the
the week.
best.
He's really freaking good.
Yeah, and he's good at fantasy now. Like I'm pissed I don't have him in every league.
Steal the draft.
B-Rob's
Brian
the
Robinson.
man.
Maybe.
Steal the draft. I got William this week. I think he's gonna pull it out. I think Braden's gonna need a week or two before he can figure out his whole running back
Yeah,
situation.
I
Get
think
com-
William beats the shit out of Braden this week.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Well, that means you'll probably be wrong. So
And
I got William winning this.
and just for Braden, just for Braden, Miami's defense playing Denver. Denver, not good.
No, Denver's great. We
dude,
just put
let
up a
Russ
30
cook, bro.
burger.
Let
I
Russ
know.
cook.
Yeah, let Russ cook. What
Let
are you
Russ
talking
cook.
about?
Dude, I
Hail
love
Mary.
Russell. Big
They threw a
comeback,
Hail
bro.
Mary. They completed a Hail Mary and they still
did get
lost.
2
Yeah, that
points.
was bad.
Oh, poor
Oh,
Russ.
Russell. Oh, Russell. Okay. Nick, Connor, and Mike.
I gotta find it. Okay. We got the Penn Island versus the Saquads. Connor's team didn't look great last week,
But he has Puka Nacua.
but he has Puka. He's missing Eckler, so I mean, as long as Carter can tread water until Eckler comes back, even Brandon Cooks too. Like I think his team is going to be pretty good. Mike, looking at Mike's team, he's got Kirk. Najee's bad. Like he's slow and he's fat, and Jalen Warren looks 10 times
Yeah,
better.
I'm really excited. I have Warren on my bench, and I think he's about to start being startable. So I'm pretty excited.
I think he's going to steal the job. Madison just got a little bit worse with the addition of Cam Akers. Maybe not this week, but maybe
He's bad anyways.
Metcalf's a little banged up. Ayuk's a little banged up for Mike as well. I think this is going to be a close one. I think we're looking at like a 130 to a 132 matchup, and I'm gonna lean Mike. I think he's got the pieces in place with his wide receivers and Kirk Cousins to pull this one out.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I couldn't disagree anymore with you. I think this is gonna be a blowout.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Well, you
Connor.
disagree. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think Justin might get sacked 3
I'm like
times.
so disgusted that I lost to Mike's team because I love you, Mike, but like I don't think Mike wins more than like 2 games this year.
Chris
I'm
Jones
pissed
is
right
getting
now.
3 sacks on Justin Fields at least this week.
Nick, remember that year that you won and you had like 3 losses and 2 of them were to me? And I
Sure.
was bad. I only had 2 wins and they're both you.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think like is gonna be like with Mike. Like I think I I don't know. I can't believe I lost to Mike. He's gonna have like 2 wins. Sorry. Keep
I
on
like,
some.
I like Mike's team.
Why is both his running backs like
Who's running back?
His running
starting
backs
jobs?
suck. I'll give you that. His running backs suck. I like the rest of his team.
I think Ayuk he's a little overhyped, and I think DK Metcalf is as well.
I agree, but Jamar should get it going.
Yeah,
Joe's
Jamar
feeling
will.
good this week.
I think at some point this season, if Mike wants to win, I think he's gonna have to trade Jamar for some pieces.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm a big Kirk Cousins believer.
Hold on, everyone. I just got the 10 minutes left, so
Let's get it going.
All right. Braden, do me and Alexi.
I got you. I unfortunately have to take Anthony in this one.
Fuck, you said that last week. No,
Alexi's running back. I mean, he got Saquon hurt. He's starting Javonte Williams and Tyler Algier at running back. Like it's just not going to be a good week for him. His only hope is if Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown can connect on maybe a couple touchdowns. But I really just think Anthony is going to win. He had a couple down weeks from Tyreek Hill caught a touchdown, but he didn't do that great. And then Calvin Ridley had a down week as well. So I think he turns it around. I also love Mike Evans this week. Mike Evans has been dominant. and he's playing that Philly defense. And they've just been bad. The secondary specifically has been really bad. And we know that like the Eagles are going to score, so that's just going to be a very high scoring game. So I expect Mike Evans to score quite a bit of points. And yeah, Trevor Lawrence hopefully should throw a touchdown this week. So I think Anthony wins this one pretty easily.
Wow, Anthony, your team's pretty good.
I like his team.
I like your
Thank you.
team.
I like this is I said it last week. It's probably one of my favorite teams I've had since the Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, and Jolly team.
Mike
Very,
Evans is a steal.
very high on my team. Yeah, he fell like 22 spots to me. He fell
Yeah,
so
like,
far.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out like how you drafted all these guys.
I reached for Gibbs in the second, and I reached for Cook in the fourth.
I know, and then
Ridley in the third. Mike
Wow.
Evans fell like a whole like almost 2 rounds lower than you're supposed to.
yeah, I know Rashad White was probably your 5th-round pick, and
Yeah, and I got
Didn't
Evans at 6th. And I like my bench too. Like I have Rashad White and Jalen Warren.
Elijah Moore you could start, Jalen Warren you can start, Michael Thomas you can start, Rashad White you can start.
I'm very
Well,
high this year.
It's
I need
stressful.
my tight end fucking blows, but I'm working on that.
He's fine. I mean, Fryermuth is one of the. I mean, nah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Maybe
thanks,
you
I
should trade for Kyle Pitts.
appreciate the compliments. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next, just for the sake of time.
Me.
I'm gonna do Nick and Ben. I have getting their first win this week. Ben, we gotta put I see Ben, you gotta put someone in there for Cam Akers. Hopefully, and he's not gonna hear this by tomorrow at 4 a.m. or whatever, but hopefully you go to the waiver wire, Ben, you pick up a running back. You don't have one right now. I love Bijan and Josh Allen. I love Kyron Williams. I'm very high on him. I think Nick wins this one, and I don't think it's really close. Nick gave me a little compliment, so I'll give him one. Nick is by far the best 0-2 team. Good running backs, good receivers. He has Brees Hall on his bench. It's just gonna get better. And I love Zay Flowers. I think Nick, if you want a little advice from the best, I would play Flowers over Davis. Odell's not gonna play. They gotta feed someone. I think it's the Zay Flowers week.
Yeah, I haven't made that decision yet. I'm waiting.
That's just the 3-time champions advice. You don't have to take it.
Gabe Davis. I made that decision to start him over George Pickens at 12:55, and I really thought I made the right decision. And then Pickens
Gabe Davis blows.
I mean, he scored 22 points.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, we just have to keep going. Braden, why don't you or Nick, why don't you do in less than 1 minute Justin and Paul?
Okay. Justin versus Paul. Again, Paul's team, the rapist, who's not good, Sean Watson. No, that's Paul. Justin has Dak Prescott.
I definitely did this one already.
We did this one already?
Yeah, I did it first because the Cowboys defense.
So did we get everyone? I think we did then.
Yeah, I think we did everybody.
Okay, all right, well, good. All right, so it is time for Braden. I'll let you announce it this week. Come on, drum roll.
Pepperoni pizza. I don't even know all the words.
Pepperoni, pick penis player, pick penis, pepperoni, Tony's player of the week, everybody. What's up, everybody? It's Tony here, and we're here for week 3's Tony Pepperoni player pick. Last week, Saquon Barkley, and that shit hit, bro. 2 touchdowns, 27-point week. Who's it gonna be this week? I'll tell you the guy. We're gonna head up north down the East Coast line where the people eat blue crabs. We're going to Baltimore, baby. The Gus Bus has arrived in town. Turn the key, baby, because the buses are starting. Gus Edwards having a huge week. He's Tony's Pepperoni player of the week, David. He's not in your starting lineup. Lock him in. The buses are coming. Get Gus Edwards in your lineup. He's a heck of a player. We're talking touchdown and 100 yards.
Wow. Get him in your lineup, Dave.
That was pretty good.
That was really good. I'm really happy you did that.
Thanks, guys. I realize that I gotta put a little spice in there now,
Put
and
a little pizzazz on it.
yeah,
Give the
and
what
turn
they've
the
been
Tony's
asking
pepperoni
for.
pick into a little something. And then
Little
also Bradley would like to, my roommate would like to say that if you need a little tight end help, he's very high on Taysom Hill if he plays this week.
Oh, I'm pretty
I
high on
bet.
him too.
Hey,
okay,
Bradley.
well,
Is
or
that the guy who has the other 1.5 rings?
wait,
Is that
what?
your? Because your source that you go to.
No, I don't go to any source, dude.
Oh, okay, interesting. Hopefully, you don't
No.
pick up Taysom Hill tomorrow.
No, I'm not picking up anyone. I don't need to. My team's too good. Okay, so now we're gonna do our segment parlay we missed last week.
I'm actually keeping track of this.
You know what? Fuck you, Braden. Dak Prescott, masterclass.
He threw it.
He threw an interception to
No,
Sauce
I didn't want to
Gardner.
hear it. He
Sauce
dropped
Gardner
it.
just dropped.
Sauce Gardner
He
dropped it.
went
No
right to
interceptions.
him.
In the court of law, he had no interceptions.
You know he threw an interception.
Nope. No, dude, I turned to Bradley right when he did it, and I was like, I would have heard about that next week on the podcast.
He definitely had it.
So I'm keeping track. AJ had Saquon over 73.5 rushing yards.
Missed it by 8
That-
yards.
He missed it by 8 yards. He had a great week, but he didn't hit it. Like we just talked about, Dak basically threw an interception. Sauce Gardner dropped it. So that didn't count. I was actually the only person that hit mine. Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He had 3. So
All right.
easy.
Well, Nick, who is yours? You gotta go quick. We got 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Who's
Okay,
yours?
I'm sticking with. No, I think Los Angeles Chargers at the Minnesota Vikings. Justin Jefferson's line that I'm seeing is set at 102 receiving yards, 102.5. I think he easily hits that against the Chargers. I think that game is a battle of the 0-2 teams. They're going to be throwing the ball because nobody wants to go to 0-3. I don't see any way that he doesn't get to 102.5 yards.
You heard it here first. I am going to take Mike Evans over half a touchdown. I think he might even score 2. And if I could take the yards, I'd take the yards too. I think he's just going to have a great game just like he did last week. Keep it short and simple. Go ahead, AJ.
All right, and I'm gonna stick with what Tony does best. Gus Edwards, baby, take his over in rushing yards. And if you want a little sprinkle, he's finding the end zone as well. So I don't even know what his rushing yards are. If anyone can find that number, Nick.
Gus Edwards. I do not have a line.
No line yet, but we will update you next week.
We will let you know. But those are the 3. So it's Gus Edwards rushing yards. We have less than a minute. Braden, you were
Gus Edwards rushing yards, Justin Jefferson over yards, Mike Evans touchdown.
hell yeah. And closing remarks, 30 seconds.
Let's have another great week. Week 3. It's going by too quick.
Nobody try to pick up Jerome Ford. He's not good.
100 fab. Braden Little.
All
Who
right.
needs that when
Good
you
luck,
have Jerome?
everybody. We will see you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.